Hi, this is Brian Eisenhower, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the showing assistant position on real estate teams. You see, a showing assistant is very different from a buyer's agent. A buyer's agent typically handles all of the buyer's clients for a real estate team or for a lead agent and shows property, and from the minute they do an initial buyer's consultation all the way until we've got a transaction under contract. However, most buyer's agents on real estate teams start to get really busy once they hit 40, 50, 60 transactions, and it presents a situation for the buyer's agent where they really have no place to go. And on real estate teams, the only way that they can increase their income is to start asking for higher commission splits, or asking to be able to start taking listings or things like that, where we actually start compromising the team's profit and loss and the team structure. So with the position and the advent of the showing assistant position, this actually provides a buyer's agent with the possibility to actually grow a business inside of a business. You see, what the showing assistant does is they typically are a door opener. They show homes for the buyer's agent, so that the buyer's agent can then concentrate on their clients and can focus on doing all of the buyer's consultations, and the showing assistant can shadow that and overcoming any objections they have, help with setting up search criteria for clients, and the showing assistant then just takes those buyers out and shows them properties. However, when it's time to come back and write up an offer, or they've got some difficult questions on the property, they would then come back with the buyer's agent. The showing assistant would, of course, be present because they're shadowing and they're learning how to become a buyer's agent down the road. And the buyer's agent would actually write up the offer and make the offer, and then negotiate back and forth with the listing side until we've got it under contract. So what ends up happening, let's say you have a buyer's agent that is maxing out on time and availability at 50 transactions a year. See, it this way, a showing assistant can actually then handle another 30 clients, let's say, and so the buyer's agent then can actually split the commissions on the buyer's side with the showing assistant, which enables them to do an extra 30 transactions. So let's say you've got a buyer's agent on a real estate team that is on a 50-50 commission split with the lead agent or the team, and they do 50 transactions a year, and then they employ a showing assistant to help them do an additional 30. They would then typically, the commission splits may vary, but typically would split all of those commissions, taking that 50% the buyer's agent would normally get. They would then split them 25% to the showing assistant. So this enables the buyer's agent to obtain an additional 25% of 30 additional transactions that they wouldn't have been a part of anyway. And then it's possible to incorporate multiple showing assistants for one buyer's agent, and this actually serves as a grooming process for the showing assistant. This is a great way to get them out working, earning a commission, until they are able to do a lot of the duties that the buyer's agent is responsible for. Those duties might be lead generating for new business. They might be converting inbound buyer leads into buyer's consultation appointments, getting buyer's agency agreements signed, like we discussed before, writing offers, negotiating contracts. Once the buyer's agent or the showing assistant shows a proficiency in all of those skills, and they've had adequate time on task, typically a year or so, they may then graduate into a buyer's agent position. So it's a great grooming process to bring someone into the role, because it's often very difficult when you have a buyer's agent on a team to actually bring on a second one, because they don't want to lose any of their leads or any of their production. This is a great way to get the buyer's agent involved in that process. They can train the showing assistant. They may even help find the showing assistant. And they can actually get compensated for it along the way, so the lead agent can continue on being the rainmaker of the team, and the team will continue to grow without having to sacrifice anybody's personal life and still be able to increase production. So the showing assistant role has really revolutionized how a lot of real estate teams work and how they bring on talent, groom talent, and put them into the role. So if you haven't given any chance for it, check out therealestatetrainer.com. We've got a full job description on here for a showing assistant and how they fit into the organizational model of the team. All right, thank you very much.